Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Steve Collins coming to you from beautiful, sunshiny San Antonio, Texas, the second most powerful, passionate, and purposeful coach and speaker in the world. Hope you guys are fired up and ready for a fantastic Thursday today. I like what somebody called it this morning. They called it Friday Junior. I thought that was pretty great. Heard a lot of stuff in 48 years. Never heard Friday Junior. Well, ladies and gentlemen, you've heard the saying, you've heard the quote. It's a silly, funny, kind of a semi-ridiculous joke from time to time. You mad, bro? You mad, bro? So let's talk about that, because there's a lot of mad people in our world today. And I'd like to bring some light to it, and I've talked about it before from time to time, and I think it's worth bringing clarity to today, and that's simply this: why is there so much disrespectful, dishonoring, violent disagreements with people who simply believe differently than others? Well, there's some chemical realities to it, but I want to say something that I think is very important that people understand, is that first of all, you have to understand there are more similarities than there are differences. And something I love Zig Ziglar for saying was very, very powerful. He said, people are basically the same the world over. Everybody really wants the same things: to be happy, to be healthy, to be at least reasonably prosperous, and to be secure. They want friends, peace of mind, good family relationships, and hope that tomorrow is going to be even better than today. You see, when you think about the similarities and not the differences, you see what you focus on expands. And what you apply your attention to, you give power to. So think about that for a moment. When you're thinking about similarities and not differences, think about, I don't care if it's a third world country. I don't care if somebody's living on $2 a day. I don't care if somebody is living out of a dumpster or living in the penthouse of the world's tallest building in Dubai. People are basically the same the world over, Zig Ziglar says. Everybody wants the same things: to be happy, to be healthy, to be at least reasonably prosperous, and to be secure. They want friends, peace of mind, good family relationships, and hope that tomorrow is going to be even better than today. You see, we have more to agree upon than we have to disagree upon, and what someone chooses to focus on is what they tend to get more of. Are you disagreeable? Do you find yourself being more disagreeable? Well, the chances are this is what you're looking for. So let me just give you the reason why there's so many people agitated. Imagine a room full of alcoholics detoxing. This is not what we would consider a happy place. This is not a party. This is not anybody who's excited. So the latest neurological research and scientific evidence with the equipment we have to measure things today, we could not measure in the past, says simply this. So I'll begin with a couple questions before I take you to that conclusion. And that question is simply this: if, knowing that alcohol is a chemical, somebody was to take in this chemical day after day after day after day after day, which sits in your cells and releases chemical to the cells, is it possible that one could become addicted to alcohol? Well, the answer is obvious. Let's just take it another step further. Let's say that over-the-counter, not even over-the-counter, let's just say prescribed drugs, medication, painkillers, say codeine or Vicodin. Is it possible that since this is a chemical and they release chemicals into the cells, which the cells then hold on to, is it possible that if this is taken day after day after day after day after day, that somebody could become addicted to, whoops, sorry guys, sometimes the Batmobile flies a lot faster than my phone can handle it. Is it possible that someone could become addicted to these chemicals? Well, the answer is very obvious. Yes, they can. So the latest neurological research and findings in the past several years with the equipment we now have to measure these things shows that there are neural pathways in the brain that are connected to the way that a person thinks. And that as these synapses fire off from end to end, the longer somebody thinks about something, the longer they think about it, and the years go by, they actually begin to connect. So it shortens the impulse, and then they connect, and then they form what I'll just call a stronghold of thinking, which becomes very difficult to break because of this new evidence. And the new evidence is this, that when a person has a thought they've had for years, chemicals are released into that person's cells. Endorphins, dopamines. Well, that's just the way we are. You challenge your thought. No. It's like this. You challenge the thought. No. It's taking the Jack Daniels away from the alcoholic who's craving. So my question to you is this. If thinking a certain way for a period of years releases chemicals into the cells, is it possible to become addicted to a way of thinking? And therefore be highly, not only emotionally, but physically threatened when a different thought opportunity arises. Big stuff here, ladies and gentlemen. You know you can be transformed by the renewing of your mind. You know there is a way to renew your mind. You know there's some spectacular ways to take living and active and powerful words to transform thinking. And oh, by the way, when you give that up and go in other directions, it's almost like, gosh, being born again, because you're starting over with a new set of thinking and a new set of rules, a new set of ideas, and a new set of standards that you didn't have before. But that's a story for another time. And you might find out a little bit more about that in church somewhere. But for the sake of argument today, the reason so many people are agitated, frustrated, and upset is because you have a bunch of thinking addicts who are unwilling to quit the habit of thinking, even if it's creating horrible results for them and their relationships. Is your thinking creating the beautiful things in life you're looking for? Or is your thinking manifesting in division, dissension, frustration, anger, stress? Only you can answer the question. And there's a way to change. Have a great day, guys.